Oscar, and welcome. Welcome to the webinar series on research methods organized by Patel University, located at Srinagar, Gujarat State, India. I'm Dr. Subhash Kapri, the convener for this webinar series. This lecture is on measurement and scales by Dr. Kumram Pawar. I'd like to request our expert for today's session, Dr. Kumram Pawar, to go ahead and start his presentation.
Thank you, Subhash sir. Good evening to all the participants. I welcome here in today's lecture, second lectures on research methodology, webinar series research methodology organized by the Sakarjat Patel University. Today's lecture is, and the topic allotted to me is measurement and scales in research. Before start my discussion, I would like to introduce myself a little bit. I am Dr. Hukmaram Pawar, Head of Department and Assistant Professor at Faculty of Commerce, Sakarjat Patel University, Vishnagar. So let's start our discussion on the topic measurement and scaling. Dear friends, measurement and scaling, this is widely used scales in the social science as well as in the research field. In our daily life, we involve in measurement, though we not be aware of it. For instance, when we see a movie, when you are attending this lecture, okay, then at that time you are measuring it, whether it is good, whether you like it, very much like it. So what is this? This is called a measurement. Here we are using some form of measurement to indicate how that lecture is, how that movie is. Of course, this is not a quantitative terms. In reality, the terms measurement implies that we are using the numbers. We are required to assign the numbers, and the numbers is required for the measurement, for the calculation, and for the statistic purpose. So how the numbers we are having and whatever the information or data we have, okay, how we measure, for that purpose we need to understand the scales and measurement. So before go for the discussion on measurement and scales, first we need to understand what is data and what is information. This word data and information we are using regularly in our life. So what data is? Data is unorganized fact, or data is the raw material for the information, or we can say raw material for our research work. Whatever the your observation, whatever the uh, 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 unit you have, whatever the quantities you have. Okay, so your unorganized fact, this is just called a knowledge or something what which are going to use for the knowledge, but it is not in a systematic way, it is not in an organized way, just observation, that is known as data. This is unorganized fact. It is first level of field of inquiry. It is the primary stage of research work. Okay, collection of data, and data alone has no significance. Data is required to arrange, data is required to organized, and when data is organized, arranged in a systematic way, and it becomes useful, and it gives meaningful conclusion, and it uh, useful to come at the meaningful conclusion, then it becomes an information. So information is organized, structured fact. Data is become the information after manipulated, after measuring it, and after arrange it in a systematic way. So information is second level of knowledge. To obtain information, analysis is carried out, and for analysis purpose we need to understand the data and types of data. So as far as types of data is concerned, you know very well that there are data are classified normally into two categories. One is qualitatives and quantitatives. You know very well that qualitatives called non-numerical data, categorical data, and quantitative is numerical data. Okay, where the numbers are used. So let's understand it well, and then after we go for the scaling and measures. So qualitative data means what? Qualitative data which cannot be normally presented in form of numbers, but when we are trying to collecting the data from our respondents and from our source of data, okay, that the answers we have or the data we collected, that data is not presented in forms of numbers, that is called qualitative data. Non-numerical data, it is also known as categorical data. No numbers are used to describe it. Word, pictures, image, honesty, punctuality, okay, these all are called qualitative data. When you ask the question, what is your name, uh, what is your like or dislike, and whatever the answer we got, that answer is not in numeric form, and that is called qualitative data. The punctuality of a person and honesty of the person, that is called a qualitative kinds of data. Beauty of the people, that is called qualitative kind of data. One example here I have presented: do you smoke? Then answer is yes or no. So the answer got it, that is qualitative form of data. Then after, the second form of data is quantitative data. Quantitative data which can be present in form of number and numerical. Okay, so numerical data are also classified into two categories, that is non-metric and metric data. Metric, non-metric data are binary, nominal, and ordinal, and metric data are discrete and continuous data. So let's try to understand it. Here, there are some uh, qualitative data, but we assign a number for the purpose of calculation, for the purpose of reach at a particular conclusion. For the statistic purpose, it is necessary to assign the numbers. Okay, so actually the information is qualitative, but qualitative information directly cannot be measured. And that's why it is required to assign the numbers, and that assignment of number is called scaling and measurement, that we will discuss later on. Okay, suppose normally nowadays you know that most of the data are analyzed with the help of machine and with the help of computer, and computer cannot understand the things that you are saying to him. Say for example, if you are asking to a person that you are married or unmarried. Okay, so computer cannot understand the married and unmarried, or gender male or female. So we assign the number that 0 is called married and 1 is called unmarried, and we input that data in our computer. Then computer can understand and analyze that data according to our requirement. And that's why for our convenience, for our statistical purpose, for our analysis purpose, we need to assign the numbers. So non-numerical data are also converted into a numerical form, and that is become a quantitative data. But all the data, all the numbers that comes to us, that cannot be analyzed in the same way, and that's why we need to understand what is scales, and we need to understand the nature of the data. We need to understand the characteristics of the information, and then after it is possible to apply the statistic tools and statistical techniques and tests. All are possible after understanding the types of data and scales of data. Okay, so non-metric data are classified in binary, nominal, and ordinal. Actually, in the research work, and one research paper I have studied, which is S.S. Steven, in his paper on theory of scales, no, theory of uh, uh, S.S. Stevens, in his paper on theory of scales of measurement, defines four technical scales of measurement, namely nominal, ordinal, interval, and ratio. And these are our main discussion today. We will discuss it later on. But before that, we need to understand which types of data. So mainly data are classified qualitatives and quantitatives, and that means non-numerical and numerical. Then numerical data are classified like this: non-metric and metric. Okay, so your non-metric data is actually qualitative data, but we assign the number, and then after it's converted binary, nominal, and ordinal. We will discuss later on. And then after metric data is purely the numeric data, which can be present in forms of number, and these data are classified into two categories called discrete and continuous. It's a mathematical terms you know very well. Discrete means the data which holds only fixed number, and which used for the counting purpose, and you can which cannot hold all the number in a particular series. Say for example, if we say number of person in your family, so you cannot say that it is 2.5, either 3, 4, 5, 6. Number of accident occurred on a particular highway, then the answer is always in a fixed number and full number. Okay, it cannot hold the decimal numbers and all that. That type of data is called discrete data. And continuous data, that means which hold all the numbers in a specific series, a specific span. Okay, and all number can be used, and this continuous data used for the purpose of measurement. Okay, so after nominal and ordinal, the next categories is ratio and interval. Okay, that are categorized, that comes under the metric data. So these are the classification of data, and it is very necessary to understand these types of data and nature of data. Then you can understand what is nominal, ordinal, ratio, and interval, which is normally used in our research purpose and in our research analysis. Okay, so now we go for our topic, that is measurement and scaling. So normally measurement means what? Measurement may be defined as assignment of numbers, as I say, to characteristics of objectives or event according to the rule. A point worth emphasizing is that the definition of measurement does not suggest the measurement of object or event, but the characteristics of interest in the concerned object or event. We do not measure, like we do not measure a buyer or a product. We do not measure a buyer or product, but we can measure the nature of the buyer. We can measure the nature of the product. Okay, for instance, buyer's preference, users rate, income, or attitude can be measured. Likewise, in respect of product, we can measure its size, its colors, its suitability for a particular purpose. Okay, and for that purpose, we need to assign the numbers. And assignment of numbers is called measurement. And how we assign the number, that depends on the data we have, and the types of data we have. On the basis of that, we can assign the numbers, and that numbers are used for the purpose of calculation and statistic purpose. Okay, what are the reason for assigning the numbers. Why scaling is required? So there are main two reasons as you saw seen here. First, number permit statistical analysis of resulting data. Without numbers, you cannot use the statistical. You cannot count it. You cannot calculate any kind of statistic without converting data into numbers. That's why this is the first requirement. And second, number facilitate communicate measurement rule.
अगर आप लीडर हैं तो आप सबको जो ભાઈ કીધું ચાલુ લ્યા હું છે ને કઈક બીજા બીજામાં એ કરતો હતો આજનું બી અલગ આપ્યું હતું એ લોકોએ
Okay, now we go for the main scales of measurement. In the research field, there are four kinds of measurement used, which is actually called a classification of data. These are the primary scales: nominal, ordinal, interval, and ratio. So here example is given to you. Try to understand this example, and this will use understand the relation of this measurement and the calculation. Okay, so here first is nominal. So nominal is just a assignment of the number. So before explaining this chart, you just keep in mind this chart. I will later on discuss it. But there are four kinds of data, four kinds of measurement scales. That is nominal, ordinal, interval, and ratio. You can remember it as NOIR, NOIR, nominal, ordinal, interval, and ratio. So first we understand is what this thing is. So here you can see the chart types of measurement scales. So first two measurements for first two scales are nominal and ordinal. Nominal is called description type and ordinal is called order type, and interval is distance, and ratio is origin. Okay, these are the things which is easily can understand what this scales suggested. Non-metric and metric scales. Non-metrics, that means uh, qualitative data, okay, non-numerical data that we are converted into a number as per our requirement, and metric, that means which actually can be present and in the number forms. And here you chart one chart, you can see that, and this chart suggests that nominal data is first, or nominal kind of data is first first scale, and which is least powerful scale. Then after, ordinal is more powerful than nominal, interval is more powerful than nominal and ordinal, and ratio is more powerful than nominal, ordinal, and interval. So we can say nominal to interval, least is nominal, and the great, or which in which all the kind of statistic can you can use, that is ratio. Ratio is more powerful measurement scale. If you are having data ratio kind, then you can use all kind of statistics, and if you are having nominal kind of data, then you are restricted to use specific types of statistic only. All kinds of statistics or calculation cannot be possible in nominal kind of data. So let's understand one by one all this nominal, ordinal, interval, and ratio. So the first is nominal. Nominal is a categorical data. First of all, it is non-numerical data, but we assign the numbers. And here, as the name suggests, nominal, that we are just giving the name to the data as per our convenience here, as per our requirement, or as per our conclusion is required. So it is all only called a in simple language we can say it's a namkaran only. We just giving the name, identification code. Okay, there is no any significance of that number you are assigned. Say for example, if you asking a question gender, what is your gender, then answer is normally male and female, right? But computer or the machine cannot understand. That's why we assign the number. Male means 0 and female means 1. You can assign the number male is 1 and female is 2, but there is no any relation of this 1 and 2. You cannot make the total of 1 and 2. You cannot say that 0 is less than 1. Here that kind of relation is not there. It is just an identification code, and normally this kind of identification we given as when we assign the roll number to our students. Okay, and numbers are given to the cricket team, okay, and football team. You can see the cricket or football match. At that time the numbers are given on the back of their t-shirt. So that numbers indicate what? That number is just called an identification. There is no any use of it. Okay, 10 number 1 player is called a great player. We can't say like that. Our conclusion is not that. It is just the idea. So all the numbers having not the same significance. So here we assign the number. That number is just for identification. Same, and if there are two possible answer, then it is called dichotomous kind of answers. Well, say for example, if you ask your marital status, then normally answer is married or unmarried. Okay, so that kind of answer is dichotomous. So sometimes more than two answers is possible. So that answer is called categorical data. Okay, so like this group members, yes, the name of the group is given experimental and placebo and routine. These are the group. Say for example, you can create the group on the basis of your religion, that Hindus group and Muslim groups and Sikh group or Isai group. Okay, so and if you assign the number, that Hindu is called 1 and Muslim is called 2 and Sikh is called 3, but there is no any meaning that number 1 is greater and number 2 is not superior. That kind of conclusion is wrong, and you can, and this kind of assignment is just a this kind of sorry. Sure. So nominal kind of data is us very first, and only and only just these numbers are given identification purpose. Marital status, color, religion, types of car, these are the various example. Okay, so how we understand the nominal? It is lowest level of measurement, discrete categories, no natural orders, categorical or dichotomous types is the characterized of it, and may be referred to a qualitative and categorical. Okay, these are the various qualities. How you identify that the data you have is nominal kind of data. So it's a lowest measurement, discrete categories, no natural order, categorical or dichotomous, and may be referred as a qualitative and categorical. Now, which are the possible measures and what you can calculate with this numbers? With this number you can calculate only mode, you can calculate modal percentage, only and only you can count. Okay, and calculate the percentage. Say for example, in a class, if you divide the class on the basis of gender, male and female, then how many percentage genders, females are there, and how many percentage males are there? You can calculate only this. You can decide the range, you can prepare the frequency distribution, but the remaining all statistics cannot be used. Here you cannot find the mean, we cannot find the median. Okay, that statistical are not allowed to use in this kind of data, and that's why it's called a least powerful measurement in the field of research. Lowest level and classification. Order is here, the order is arbitrary. Gender, marital status, and these are the various example we have already discussed. Okay, and you can prepare chart like this. Okay, pie chart and all that. So it is possible in nominal data. Now the another kind of data is ordinal. As the name suggests, ordinal, then we are arrange the data in a particular order, in a particular sequence. Okay, say for example, if we taken the example of student, then rank of the student, first rank, second rank, third rank, that assignment of rank, first, second, third, that is called ordinal. So we arrange in a sequence, but we the difference between this is not same. First number may be 80%, second number may be a 70%, and third number may be a 50%. So difference between first number and second number is not same, and the second number and third number is not same. You are just arranged in a particular order. That kind of data is called ordinal data. This is also a qualitative kind of data. Okay, here some examples are there in socio-economic scales. Likert scales are used that highly satisfied, satisfied, neutral, and dissatisfied, and highly dissatisfied. So here we can arrange in this way, but we cannot say that what difference between highly satisfied and satisfied. Okay, in the same way, sizes, if we consider the size of t-shirt, then it is small size, then XL size, and large size. But small is how much small than the XL, and XL is how much small than the double XL. We can't say like that. So the difference is not same. That is called ordinal. You are just arrange the data in a particular order, but the difference is not same. That is called ordinal. So it is little bit powerful than the nominal. All the qualities and all the characteristics of nominal are included in the ordinal. It is also a qualitative kind of data, qualitative kind of information. But here one more thing is, one more powerful thing is that you are arranging in a systematic way. Okay, then in a particular order. In that order is not possible in nominal, but here order is possible. Apart from this, the name is also possible. So size, ranking, favorite sports class ranking, wellness ranking, these are the various examples of ordinal. Okay, so how you identified that ordered categories are there, ordering forms you can arrange, relative rankings, unknown distance between the rankings. There is you cannot find the exact distance between two figures. Unknown distance is there, and zero is arbitrary. You have started from a particular zero, but here zero is not actual. You can't say that zero means none. Zero is arbitrary here. Then the value in an ordinal scale simply expressed like we are using or when we ask this question to our customer, like what is your satisfaction level, then very satisfied, satisfied, neither satisfied or not satisfied, dissatisfied, and very dissatisfied. But we can't say that what is difference between very satisfied to satisfied. What is the difference between how satisfied is how much less than very satisfied. We can't say this. Okay, so that is called ordinal. You are just arranged in an order, like movie rating, 1 star, 2 star, 3 star. Okay, so we can say that 5 star is better than 4 star, and 4 star is better than 3 star, but how much better, then we can't say. That kind of data, just arrangement in a particular order, that is called ordinal data. And in ordinal, possible measures are the most important thing. Possible measures, why we are learning this, why we are classifying this data, for the purpose of assigning the statistical tool. So which are the statistical tools are possible here? So all nominal level test can be possible here, median can be calculated, percentile, deciles, semi-quartiles, and quartile range, rank, order, coefficient, and correlation can be calculated. Okay, say for example, in a beauty contest, you give the rank, first rank, second rank, and third rank on the basis of qualities. Okay, but and here you can use the Spearman's coefficient correlation. Okay, that is possible here. And orders, Here orders is matters, but not difference between values, unknown distance between the rankings, and Likert scale, socio-economic status, span intensity. These are the various example we already discussed. Okay, so this is second. Now the third is more powerful than the ordinal, but here this is a metric data. Here real numbers are used. Actual, these are the data which can actually presented in forms of number. In interval, one more powerful thing and one more characteristics is included apart from the nominal and interval, that here distance is the same. Okay, say for example here centigrade and Fahrenheit. Okay, you start uh, from 0, then the time is called the best example here. Say for example 4 a.m. we can't say that 4 a.m. is double than 2 a.m. But we can say that distance from 0 to 4 a.m. and distance to 0 to 2 a.m. So 0 to 2 is half of 0 to 4. And we can say 0 to 4 is double of 0 to 2. But we can't say that 2 is double of 4. So here most important thing is distance. Distance is same. If you taken any scale, any measurement tape, okay, or this thermometer, then you will find that here the distance are same. And when the data you have in which the distance are same, then it is called interval kind of data. And in interval kind of data, having all the characteristics and all the possible measures which we are using in nominal and ordinal can be used in this interval kind of data. So that's why I said that interval kind of data is more powerful than the nominal and ordinal. And how we identified ordered categories: equal distance between the values, and accepted unit of measurement. And here also 0 is arbitrary. Why 0 is arbitrary? 0 is a particular level, okay, when you start, but the answer is never become 0. Say for example 0 temperature, it doesn't mean that there is no temperature is there. Okay, 0 means nothing. That kind of conclusion cannot be arise in this kind of data. That is called interval kind of data. So here possible measures are all ordinal test, mean can be calculated here, standard deviation can be calculated here. You can addition and subtraction, that is arithmetic calculation can be calculated here, but that arithmetic calculation plus or minus cannot possible in the nominal data. In nominal data you cannot plus, you cannot minus the 0 and 1, as I say, right? And the categorical data, as you given the name, you cannot calculate, make the total of, there is no any sense. Say for example in nominal we assign the phone numbers, so you cannot calculate the total of phone numbers. That is wrong interpretation, no any use. But in interval data we can plus or minus, addition and subtraction is possible. Okay, this is one another possibilities in the interval data. Here 0 is arbitrary, that means you cannot say that 0 means none. 0 is nothing. Okay, and temperature, Celsius and Fahrenheit, and elevations and time, these are the various example of intervals. Now the last one is ratio. The ratio is most powerful measure in the types of data. If you are having ratio kind of data, which is uh, which is normally present in forms of number, we need to assign the numbers itself in the form of numbers. Okay, and in this kinds of data you can calculate all the things. You can do the all arithmetic calculation like plus, minus, divide, multiply, everything is possible here. Okay, and all statistical tools can be used, mean, median, mode. Okay, and all t-test, chi-test, all kind of test can be used here. And examples are weight, height, pulse, blood pressure, time, degree Kelvins. These are the examples of the ratio. Okay, this is most precise, ordered, exact value. The most important thing, equals intervals are there, and natural zero is there. Natural zero means here zero is real. Here zero means nothing. Okay, profit zero, that means zero. Okay, weight zero, that means actual zero. Zero means none here, right? But in ordinal and interval, zero is none. That kind of interpretation is wrong. Zero is arbitrary there. When variables equals zero, it means there is none. That means natural zero. Okay, no arbitrary zero is, this is the characteristics of ratio types of data. Okay, zero means zero. Okay, in what are the possible measures here? All possible operations are possible. Descriptive and inferential statistics can make comparison. An 8 kilogram baby is twice as heavy as 4 kilogram baby. We can say that. Okay, we can calculate the ratio here, but in other data ratios are not possible. Here we can say can add, subtract, multiply, divide. All things are possible in the ratio kind of data. Okay, now after discussing the things, let's try to understand by this table the characteristics of the level of measurement. Okay, so here nominal, ordinal, interval and ratio, four kinds of data are given. Okay, so in nominal only labels are there, means you are given the name, then after no order, no known difference, zero is arbitrary, not applicable, and zero means none, not applicable here. These are the characteristics of nominal. And what are the characteristics of ordinal? So here label is there, ordered is there, but known difference is not there, unknown difference is there, and zero is arbitrary here, and zero means none, no, we can't say like this. Interval, okay, then label, ordered, known difference, as well as zero is arbitrary here, but zero means none is not possible here. And in ratio, that zero is arbitrary is no, remaining all the things are included, and that's why it is called ratio is more powerful measurement and most powerful types of data in all other kinds of data like nominal, ordinal and interval. If you are having ratio kind of data, then our calculation and statistics is having more options. You can calculate anything, but the things which is possible in ratio is not possible in nominal. Nominal is limited and ratio is included, all more powerful. Now, how to decide the types of data? So this is one decision tree. You can ask the question to the data, and with the help of it, you can identify which the data is. Okay. So first you ask the question: the data is ordered form. If your answer is no, then it is nominal. See, very simple. Ask the first question. Are you in ordered form? The data is in ordered form. Answer is no, it is nominal. If answer is yes, then the second question is, it is equally spaced. If equally spaced, answer is no, then it is ordinal. Or if answer is yes, then another question, zero means none. If answer is no, then it is interval. Or if answer is yes, then it is ratio. So in this way, we can easily identify whether the data is nominal, ordinal, interval or ratio. So this is very useful decision tree to decide what the data you have. And after determination of this, then after you can identify your statistical tool which can be applied for your calculation purpose and for your statistical analysis purpose. Okay, so this is one another most important presentation and important things, or we can say it is a revision of all the things that I have discussed above. Okay, and this is available in this book, and I have mentioned the source here, and it is available in the books of marketing research by G.C. Berry. You can take it from there, okay, and refer from there. So here nominal, Then you can identify it. I have already discussed, so not need to discuss it again. Assignment of the number and which are the possible statistics. That's the most important thing, is which are the possible statistics. Percentage, mode, binomial test and chi-square test can be applied here. If ordinal kind of data, then percentile, median, rank, correlation, two-way ANOVA can be possible. If interval kind of data, okay, then range, mean, standard deviation, product, movement correlation, t-test and f-test can be used. And if ratio kind of data, then you can use the geometric mean, harmonic mean, coefficient of variation, okay, and the other things, right? So these are the possible means applicable measures how to decide your statistics for analysis purpose. What things you can calculate and which gives you a meaningful result, meaningful conclusion. So main our purpose is our purpose for the research is to find some meaningful conclusion from our analysis, and how the meaningful conclusion is calculated, which are the statistics is more suitable for it, then you can understand with the help of this table. So this table is very useful, right? And you must refer it before design your research we can say journey, and before decide your research planning, okay, which kind of data you will collect from your respondents, either from your tests or whatever kinds of research you are using. So this table is very much useful for you. And once again, on the basis of statistical tools, normally when we start learning of stats or statistic, then what we are learn, first we start with the mean, median and mode, then frequency distribution and range, and adds and subtract and multiply and divide and standard deviation. So which test or which statistics can be used in which kind of data, this table is also gives you a very useful understanding. So with the help of this table, you can understand what we can calculate. If nominal kind of data, you can calculate only mode, or you can calculate frequency distribution. If ordinal kind of data, you can calculate mode, median, okay, and frequency distribution and range. If interval kind of data, okay, and if ratio kind of data, you can say that yes, 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 yes. So we say that ratio is more powerful than the others, and that my first diagram I have shown you in the first one or two slides, that which one is more powerful. Nominal is least powerful and ratio is more powerful. Statistical should be appropriate for the level of data as well as the research question, right? So whatever your research design, whatever your research idea, whatever the data you collect, so more appropriate statistics should be applied, and for that you must be understand what kind of data you have and what kind of measurement you have. Okay, you can easily remember the four kinds of data, that is NOIR. NOIR is the short form of it, okay, and this nominal, ordinal, interval and ratio. So these things I have already discussed. This is another presentation which is helpful to understand, and here the examples are given: genders and pain scales and exam marks and length, weight. These are the examples of, and which central tendency can be used, and here why it is used. This kind of presentation here. Now I have one exercise for you, those who are attending. Hope here so many. Yesterday I have attended the whole lecture of Khatri sir, and I seen that so many research scholars as well as PhD PhD and PhD guides are there, and so many learned persons are attending this seminar. So this is matter of pleasure for me that I am presenting lectures before you. So all intelligent guys are here. I am just sharing my knowledge here. You are more intelligent. It is possible that you are more intelligent than me, and it is matter of pride for me that I am presenting lecture before you. So here one small exercise for you guys. Okay, whatever I explained in the above presentation, on the basis of that, you can identified the answer of it. So suppose the data and you are collecting by a questionnaire, then the first question is normally in a question. Mind well, these skills are most useful in social sciences. Okay, in social science, it is more powerful measurement is required. But in engineering field and in dental and medical field, I don't know. But in so I am belongs to the commerce field, and the commerce is related to the social science. Then normally we are using this kind of data, right? And that's why I'm uh, sharing my knowledge and my experiences with you. So normally our research is based on survey, and in this survey normally we ask the question. The first question is name of respondent. So which kind of data it is? Name of respondent is, you can think little bit. Okay, then I will give you answer. Normally I can you guess the answer. Answer is nominal.
Nominal.
Yes, and the second is age of respondents. Okay, you just guess
It
age
is
of
also it is also nominal.
it's a ratio.
Ratio.
Right? You can say that 40 years age is double than 20 years age. Okay, so age is ratio kind of data. Then which year did you finish your secondary, senior secondary, and degree exam? This kind of data, if you are, then you are getting the answers in a years. Then this kind of data is the answer is interval kind of data. Right? Because your answer is in a year. So 2000 and 2004 and 2006. Okay, here 2004 is not double the 1002. You can not say this. Here interval is at equal place. Next is, what was the total tax paid by you in the last financial year? Then the
Continuous.
answer
Continuous.
is in rupees.
Continuous.
It's a continuous kind of data, but if we give it the answer in nominal, ordinal, ratio, and interval, then what is the answer out of the four?
I think it's ratio.
Yes, ratio, correct answer.
Ratio.
Ratio. Then one more question. What is your marital status? So it is
It
binary
is
answer.
nominal.
It is nominal, obviously.
Nominal.
Nominal, obviously. Okay, so nominal. Right? One more question, the last question. Uh, how do you rate today's lecture? Normally we ask
Ordinal.
good.
Ordinal.
Ordinal.
Okay, so
Ordinal.
here telling that's data. So with the help of this, you can identify the types of data, and on the basis of this types of data, you can apply the appropriate statistics. Okay, and let's show you what first slide that I have skipped during my presentation. Yes, this one is. Yes, here the information is relating to a particular players, whether it is football player or a cricket player, all of that. So first assignment of the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So here first number having 3 and this 8 and this 7. There is no any relation of a 7 and 8 and 3. You cannot make the total of 7, 8 and 3, right? It is just a number. It is just a identification code. Okay, anybody can be a first one number or 3 number or 10 number or whatever. So this number having no any use. This is just identification. Then after ordinal. Okay, so you are put in a particular order: first place, second place, and third place. Okay, so here what is the performance of him? Okay, then the performance basis arrangement is not there, right? And here interval is 9.6 and 9.1 and 8.2, and the ratio is on the basis of time to finish in second. So this timing is ratio kind of data, performance 0 to 10. Okay, on the basis of that you put in a interval basis, and that ordinal is ordered basis, and that nominal is just named. On the in the same way you can assign the numbers. So What is measurement and scaling? It is, as the definition said, assignment of the numbers. We assign the numbers for the purpose of statistical uh, calculations and statistical analysis, but that numbers are not samely we can say tackle. All the numbers are not having the same importance. Okay, different numbers having different importance, and on the basis of that you can apply your statistical tools. Okay, and there are some other difficult things related to the scales and measurement. Then what are the difficulties in the measurement? Okay, so these are the normally problems we arise, source of errors. Okay, means if the informations or the source, if you are select the wrong source, then your research, your calculations, your results will be wrong. The respondents may be adversely respond to you. The situation in which you are doing research, that is also a one difficulty. The measurer who are measuring, if the measurer having not enough knowledge, then it create a confusion. And the instrument you are selecting, if instrument is wrong, then it create a difficulty in the measurement. And what are the criteria of the good scale, right? So the most important, the first two criteria is, that is reliability and validity. These are the most important. Means take your data from the reliable source, and it is validate whatever you want, that will be your outcome or not, then it is validate, otherwise there is no any validity. Then after practicality, economy, convenience, and interpretability. Okay, these are the various criteria for the good skills. Okay, so this is end of my presentation, okay, about the skills and measurement. If you are having any question, you can ask me. Okay, and give your positive response and negative response, whatever you realize in this lecture. Okay, your comment and your whatever your response is motivation for us, and it is necessary for improvement for us. Okay, thank you very much. Uh, if anybody having any question, you can ask me.
Between the question about index, so would you like to explain the index in relation to measurement?
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, good evening, sir. This is Dr. Sunil from Port Player. Sir, my question is this one, that what type of statistical means just techniques we should divide and designate toward the particular research? Means when we should use this ANOVA, ANOVA, all this type of SPSS tests which are there. So according to which, what type of particular data we should use this one? There are so much confusion about all these things.
It depends on the collection of the data or the information you have. Okay, if first you decide the types of data, whether it is nominal, interval, ratio, or uh, ordinal. If it is ratio kind of data, then any test can be used. Okay, and if it is nominal kind of data, then only chi-square test can be used, and only mode and percentage can be calculated. So this is only simple way. If which kind of data, that is, if you are calculating the profitability, if you are calculating the tax related information and real numbers related information, numerical data you have, okay, and ratio kind of data you have, then and then all that ANOVA and then whatever the statistical tool, all the tests can be used in the ratio kind of data.
So we if we have the ratio kind of data, in that what is the preference we should give? We should give in
Yeah.
all the techniques.
In ratio kind of data, the preference is normally given as I explain you a table. You can see Yes, this ratio kind of data, then you can use the geometric mean, harmonic mean, and mean based calculation or mean based test are there that can be used. Mean based test and coefficient of variation.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Anybody have any other question, please?
Can we decide the sample selection depending on measurements? Puja,
Okay. Pooja Umne having a question. Sample selection. Sample selection is okay. How we decide for sample selection depending on the measurement. Measurements and scaling are not used for the sample selection. Sample selection is dependent on your objectives, and it depends on your population, right? And there is a statistical formula for that to decide a sample size. It does not depend on the measurement and scale. Measurement is and scaling is used for data only. Can I write this answer?
Hello.
Yes.
Sir, it's a humble request. If you please share this PowerPoint also with on the
Yes.
email ID just like yesterday.
I will share you this on the group we have created. As yesterday's lectures, the information have
Yes,
already
sir.
been shared
Yes,
by
sir.
the sir, and I will also share all these PPTs and other document that I have.
Hello, sir. My name is
Thank you, sir. Thank
Prashant.
you.
Hello, sir. My name is Prashant.
Ji.
Hello, sir. My question is to you that how we can rectify this statistical error. How can we rectify this statistical error? Yes.
Okay. If statistical errors are there, then statistical error can be calculated by reformulate your question again. If you are not having the correct answer as you need, then you need to collect the data once again.
Its statistical error means to say its statistical error can be rectified with the proper questionnaire and schedule.
Yeah.
It cannot be rectified with the statistical tool.
No.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you, sir.
is asking, can we convert discrete data to continuous and vice versa? Can we convert discrete into continuous and vice versa?
Discrete data into a continuous.
Continuous and vice versa.
No. Discrete data cannot be converted into a continuous. Discrete is different thing and continuous is different thing. Okay, you can discrete data cannot be converted into continuous data. No, not possible.
Hello.
Yeah.
Sir, Pranav Pangavkar here.
Yeah.
Yeah, sir, this sort of index like hunger index or other water quality index or other air quality index, those indexes are considered in which sort of data? Like which sort of data shall be considered? Index. Especially when we are measuring a sort of quality or hungerness, then that
Yes.
index is to be considered which sort of, which class, which type of data it is called.
I cannot getting your questions. Can you ask me once again? Index number you are saying?
Yeah. Yes, sir. I mean, index of the country or air quality index or rather water quality index. this type of data are to be.
If it is related to the quality, then it is nominal kind of and ordinal and ordinal kinds of data. Means first nominal and ordinal base. As I said that metric and non-metric data. Then if it is related to the index of price and index of the taxes and all that, okay, then it is related to the ratio type of data. So which kind of statistics you are using, which kinds of data you are using, that if you are talking about sensex, then it is ratio kinds of data. And if you are if you are saying qualitative, then it is nominal and ordinal.
Okay, sir. Sir, one more question, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, statistical tool like SPSS, is there any other tools for statistical analysis?
I cannot hear your question properly.
Yeah, sir. Just like SPSS tool, are there any other tool for statistical analysis? Just like SPSS, any other tool which can be used for statistical analysis?
So many kinds of softwares are available for the statistical calculation, and even you can calculate on Excel also.
Okay, okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Any other question?
Hello, good evening.
Ji.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Good evening.
My name is Mitul Patel.
Ji.
Actually, sir, suppose I collect samples from particular area, and I want to diagnose how much disease is spread in particular area. So, which type of data I should go for?
Have you prepared any kind of questionnaire for it?
No, sir.
Yes. Please repeat your question, please.
Suppose I want to I collect samples from particular area, from particular city,
Yeah.
and I want to diagnose how much disease is spread in surrounding area. Then which type of data I should go for?
Which you are just asking the question whether you are having this disease or not. What is your question? Depend on your
Yes, sir.
question.
Yes. How many
So
people is affected from this disease?
yes. Then what is your question is? Your question is, do you have this disease? Your answer is yes
Yes.
or no. Okay. Then it is nominal kind of data.
Okay, sir.
Okay, and with the help of this nominal, you can calculate the total of number or number of total of people who are affected with the disease that you are asking.
Okay. No, sir, suppose I collect the blood samples and all these things, and so sample is bring in my lab and diagnose. Then which type of data I should go for?
Again, it is nominal because when you diagnose it, then what your answer is, positive or negative?
Negative, sir. Okay, sir.
Okay,
Okay, sir.
positive is called 0 and negative is called 1.
Okay.
Okay, so dichotomous type of data is there, and you can calculate how many persons are positive and how many persons are negative.
Negative. Okay. Thank
Yeah,
you, sir. Thank you so much. Okay.
kind of. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you very much for all the participants for attending this lecture, and I am thankful to the university for giving me this opportunity and sharing my knowledge and sharing my whatever I know, and I am very glad to present this lecture before so many learned people here and so many research scholars and teachers and the other participants. I am very thankful to all of you, those who are attending the lectures, and thankful to the universities, thankful to the our provost sir, and all other technical staff for helping me and assisting me in this lecture. If you are having any query, any confusion, you can put your comment. I will try to give you answer, and whatever the presentation I have given, I will try to share you with in the our group, and this video lectures and other things will be available to you. Okay, whenever you want, you can see. Thank you very much. Meeting details.